Today's video is focused on winter tires. You can see here there's quite a difference between all the different tires on this stack. Here at the top we have Goodyear Eagle SC3Rs, or the competition version of the Goodyear Supercar 3 tires, which come standard on the ZL1 1LE version of the Camaro. The tire on the bottom here is the Goodyear Eagle SC3 or Supercar 3s. These are the non-competition but competition-ready tire, and what I mean by that is they're good for track use in a 40-minute session, but they are not below that 200 tread wear rating that's required by some of the different track venues. What we have here in the middle, and I don't know if you can see over here too, is we have winter tires, which have all these little sipes. And what they're designed to do is they're designed to give you grip in snow and slushy conditions. These have much deeper tread blocks, which will dissipate the water and slush and snow so that you get traction with the road. The other thing that these are designed for are really cold temperatures. So temperatures here in northern Kentucky, Cincinnati have been below 30 degrees, which enable these tires to really have maximum traction and the best grip possible in all conditions. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to go ahead and swap out these Apex wheels, which have the Michelin Pilot PS4Ss, a summer tire. They're pretty worn. They have over 20,000 miles on them. They've been all over the country. High speed, low speed, cornering, straightaways, all that good stuff. They've been on autocrosses and on a few laps at a road course, but ultimately they're not really great for that use. We're going to go ahead and put these winter tires on. I actually have 8 winter tires. 6 of them are mounted to wheels. So the goal is that we have 4 matching tires, winter tires, and then 2 spares that will go in the back seat. I often get made fun of for doing that, but we do it also because sometimes we go on road trips that go in the middle of nowhere, or we're just on a tight time schedule. Maybe I have a meeting and I don't want to be late. I get a flat tire, I have my jack with me, jack it up, switch the wheel, we're good to go. So we're going to go ahead and get started and swap those wheels. We'll check to make sure we have 4 matching tires mounted on wheels, of course, but also there's some equipment we need. We need to absolutely have a torque wrench. In this particular car, we want to torque the wheels down to about 145 pounds. Most cars will be, foot-pounds rather, most cars will be under 100. We need our breaker bar to get the lug nuts up, of course, because if they're at 150, 145 pounds, foot-pounds, they're pretty difficult to get off. We need our socket that fits on. In this particular car, there isn't really a great jacking spot on this car, so we have this adapter that goes underneath on the frame rail. We have our tool here that connects the tire pressure sensors or tire pressure monitors to the car so we can monitor them while we're driving. Unlike 20, 30 years ago where we didn't have those, we'd have to get out and check them often, every few days or every week or so, just to make sure the tire pressures are correct. It's important for your tires to be properly inflated. And of course, to check that, double check it and triple check it, we have our tire pressure gauge. So we'll be using these as we go ahead and swap the wheels and tires. Excuse the mess in the garage, but what we're going to do is we want to make sure that we have 4 matching tires so that we get proper, reliable, sustainable traction through the winter weather. One of the things that you want to look for as we talk about winter tires is we want to look for a particular symbol, and here it is. So in this tire, it's right here, and you're going to want to see a mountain symbol with a snowflake inside. You can see it also says M&S or M+S, and that's very similar to what you would get on an all-season tire. But all-season tires compromise your dry, wet, cold, hot weather temperature traction rather, and that's why you really want a winter set like we see here. The other thing that we want to look for is we want to look for the date code. So the date code is a 4-digit code that's usually in an oval on the tire, and let's see if we can find one on here on these Michelin winter tires. I don't see it here. Let's look for it on this guy. If this is the date code, this would be the 21st week of 2020, which means that these tires are beyond that 5-year lifespan. What you really want is you want your tires to be less than 5 years old. In this case, it's the 21st week of year 2020. And now that we're in, I guess, the 48th week of 2025, these tires would be 5 years old. So we'll go through these. We'll match up 4 tires so that we can go ahead and put them on the car and be ready for the 2 to 4 inches of snow that we're getting tomorrow. that we changed the front tires and the rear tires on this side to the winter tires, as you can see the difference here and here, look at this. Look at all these sipes, these deep grooves to get all the slush and snow to come out of the way of your handling and traction during the winter and cold weather. Look at this. This is great for the summer. And thank you, Danny Pop and Performance Alignment, for keeping me properly aligned so that I can have many trouble-free miles on the street and some fun on the track when I get the opportunity. But of course, look at this. This is over 20,000 miles on a tire that has really low tread wear. They're relatively grippy tires. So awesome. We get to keep using these. However, they've timed out. They're over 5 years old. So we're going to do some drifting when we get a chance. Maybe when it warms up a little bit over the winter. Look for that video soon. But let's go ahead. Let's swap the other side and get ready for the snow tomorrow morning. So now what we're going to do is we're going to torque all of these down to 145 foot-pounds of torque. The reason why we do that is because on this particular car, it's required that it has a higher torque setting on the wheels than a lot of other cars. Maybe because it's heavy, because it takes a lot of load, there's a lot of grip. Whatever it is, the goal here is to make sure that it's safe. So if you are changing the wheels on your car, make sure that you follow the manufacturer's guidelines for that. So here we are, we're at 145 foot-pounds of torque, and we're going to use this tool here until it clicks. So we go, and there it is. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we do it again. So we always do it twice because we want to be 100% certain that they're torqued all the way down. And then guess what? We take it for a drive. And then you know what we do after we take it for a drive? We torque them down again. Because no matter what, you always want to be safe first. No matter what, whether it's a minivan, a Camaro, a Porsche, a Lamborghini, whatever it is, a Telluride like my wife's, we always make sure that everything is torqued down properly, that the tire pressures are set correctly, and that the tires are less than 5 years old. And there we go. We'll go ahead and get the rest of them done, take it for a drive, double check them, and then we'll be ready for the snow. All right, Dylan, let's take it for the initial drive with the winter tires. Let's go see what they look like on here. See, what we did was we made sure that they have proper inflation. And what that means is we matched that up with what's over here on the sticker on the door. Now, what the key is this sticker says 32 PSI. However, we filled them up just a bit higher at 34. So we get potentially better traction in the snow, but also as it gets colder, we know that the pressures tend to go down. So let's go ahead and stick you guys right up over here. There's Dylan. Say hi, Dylan. Hi. All right, let's go take it for a drive. Hopefully the wheels don't fall off. I'm pretty sure I double, triple, quadruple checked all of the lug nuts. So here we go. I can already tell they feel softer. Oh, is there somebody in the road? Hey, get out of the road. I do think there's something in the rear suspension that needs to be looked at. It feels a little sloppy. It just doesn't feel like it wants to go straight. So maybe it's a control arm, maybe it's a shock, who knows? It definitely feels a little sloppy. Good?
Yes.
All right.
Well, I wish I could go farther, but...
Sure. You don't want to just go up and down the street? All right. Well, we're going to go to Michigan this month, I think. Either this month or next month. I don't know. It's only like 3 hours there, 3 hours back.
Is it?
Maybe 4. I don't know.
Hey, that's a big drive for me, so...
All right. Ready for the snow? We are ready.
You're ready.
We are ready. All right.